Hi guys, welcome back. It's the 4th of December today, just down on the micro orchard. So I've got a little job, show you what I'm going to do today. I'll spin you around slowly. So just here is the two remaining gooseberry bushes. You can see that I've pruned one. If you compare, that's the one I came down yesterday. I meant to film yesterday. I came without the damn camera. So I did that one anyway and thought, well, I'll leave this one for today, so you can see hopefully the difference. And I think also while I'm here I'm going to take a few cuttings as well, so I'll get set up and I'll show you. I've done some videos on this before, but it's just a rerun really. Okay, so get set up. Alright, so if you look at the bush, it's quite there's a lot of growth from last year, probably 30 inches in length, some of it, and that'll make good cutting wood. But also if you sort of look, it's quite crowded in the middle, and really the object is to get that opened up, so to let light and air in helps ripen the fruit and reduces the risk of fungal spores and things like that. So what we're going to do is really just on each main branch coming out here, for example, we just want to shorten these lengths right back to a couple of inches where it comes out just above a bud. That sort of thing. And then just working your way around systematically around each one. So I'll do a bit more and I'll bring you back when I've pruned a bit more off. You can see I've done that branch there. Just want to illustrate something here. So if we take here, you can see that this branch is actually sort of growing back inwards towards the centre. So we definitely want to take those out because they're totally growing in the wrong direction. That one there, again. Similarly, you can, let's move the camera in just a wee bit. Again, these here growing towards the centre, so I'm going to take that out. And again, those growing in the wrong direction. Just going to take that right out, back to old wood. And with this one, there's a little fruiting spur down there, so I'll take it back to that. So quite a good idea just to keep stepping back and looking at the general shape as you're working along. And this branch here, some coming up into the centre, so cut those back to a bud. Take that one right out, that one. I'm hoping you can start to see it's starting to take a little bit of shape now. We're getting that centre opened up. Okay guys, there we go. hoping you can see. So got a nice open centre, and the branches are spaced fairly evenly. So as I say, the whole point is sunlight and air can get around the whole thing, and also it just means you can get in and get to the fruit reasonably well without getting cut to pieces on these vicious thorns. So that's generally what I do anyway, and it works well for me. We just take a look at this other one I did yesterday. Had to take one biggish branch out, because if you can see where the pruning cut was, just there, that branch was kind of like right in the centre of the bush, so it was badly placed. So you see the pruning cut there, that was a saw with a little pruning saw, so just removed the whole branch. And sometimes, you know, you need to do that, and if the bush is kind of growing into a part where you don't want it to, for example moving over towards this blackberry, you could just cut it back. So it's really just about keeping them under control as well. Now over here I've got some lengths prunings which I'm going to turn into cuttings, so I'll have a look at that now. Okay guys, we've got our rooting powder there, and the cuttings are around about 18 inches to 2 foot in length, something like that. See, they're sort of fairly straight, and the first thing you want to do is get rid of these thorns. Might be better to try and snip them off. Okay, so first sort of about nearly a foot, I guess, I've removed the thorns, and the next thing you want to do is rub off these bottom buds. So just rub them off, because unlike, I did a video not too long ago on blackcurrants, which you would leave these buds on because they need to be sending up shoots from under the ground, but it's different for a gooseberry. You grow them on what's called a leg, so a clear stem above the ground. So you're going to rub those off. So I've taken off quite a lot. 1, 2, 4, 5, about at least half a dozen buds, maybe 7 or 8 actually. Alright. Then just get your secateurs, and then the bottom sort of, I don't know, a couple of inch, just scrape it so you can expose the cambium layer. Do it on both sides. Okay, like that, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to dip that into your powder, and then just push it into the ground quite deep, about, you know, 8 inch, something like that, into the soil. And then what you'll do then is just where it leaves the ground, count about maybe 3 or 4 buds and cut back above a bud. Just cut it off, and then that bit will be above the ground. So I'll get the others done, and then I'll get them planted. I'll show you that. Okay guys, so I've got my cuttings. I think there's about 8 or something like that, and this piece of ground is where the blackcurrant cuttings were, so I'm just going to plant them in there. So like I say, make sure you just plant it the right way up. That's the top part, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 buds, and then there's about 8 or 9 inches of stem below those 4 buds. So in other words, we're going to put them in so that they're kind of just about there, below the bottommost bud there. So you just get your rooting powder, dip the cutting in, tap off the excess and just push it in. Just say down about there, and just repeat the process. And put them, space them about 4 inches apart, something like that. Should be fine. Push it down. You get the idea. I'll bring you back. There we go, guys, that's it. Like I said, I think there's 8 there. Now if your soil was very loose, you would come up with the side of your boot and just compact it, firm it up. You don't want them rocking around, but that ground's fairly, even though they're pushed in fine, it's consolidated since I dug it over, so I'm not going to do that with my boot. I think we'll be fine as it is. So they'll just stay there now, and hopefully next spring we'll see some buds burst and they'll grow away, and I'll lift them and pot them on about this time next year. So that's the waste. I'll burn that. Hopefully have a bonfire. I need to have a good clean up. Just been very busy actually. I've just looking over here now. You can see I've got a lot of weeding to do. I might just have a half an hour and just try and get some of these dandelions out. But this whole fruit bed needs cleaning up, and I've said before, all this row of autumn raspberries are going to be dug out. So it'll give me a bit of ground to play with something else, I suppose. Potatoes perhaps. That's it for this one, guys. Just brew time now. Hope you found that one interesting, and drop me a comment down below. Any questions, I'll do my best to help as always. And stay warm. See you in the next one. Bye for now.